Most people think getting rich is about making more money. It's not. It's about surviving the stage where you almost feel rich. And that stage usually shows up at one specific number, $250,000 invested. This is the most misunderstood milestone in personal finance. Not because it's small, not because it's huge, but because it changes the way your brain works, and most people don't realize it's happening. Phase 1. When money starts moving without you. At $5,000 invested, nothing feels dramatic. At $20,000, still slow. At $100,000, you start paying attention. But at $250,000, now things feel different. An 8% return means $20,000 a year in growth. That's real money. Some days your portfolio might move $3,000, $5,000, even $8,000. And that's when your brain whispers something dangerous. You're doing great. Maybe you figured this out. That whisper is the beginning of the trap. The first trap, feeling rich too early. When your investments move more in a week than you used to make in a month, your identity shifts. You stop feeling like someone building wealth. You start feeling like someone who has wealth. And that tiny mental shift changes behavior. You upgrade the car. You justify the bigger vacation. You loosen the discipline. Not because you're irresponsible, but because your brain now believes you've arrived. You haven't. At $250,000, you are not financially free. You are financially fragile with momentum. Big difference. The second trap, the confidence spike. Reaching $250,000 usually means you've been consistent for years. Saving, investing, ignoring noise. So naturally, you start thinking, maybe I'm actually good at this. This is where people abandon simple index funds. They try stock picking, they try options, they try crypto, they try can't-miss real estate deals. Here's the problem. At $250,000, mistakes become expensive enough to hurt, but not big enough to destroy you completely, which makes them easy to justify. Lose $500? Lesson learned. Lose $25,000? That's years of compounding erased. And compounding is the engine. Damage the engine and the whole machine slows down. The third trap is the comparison spiral. At $50,000 invested, you focus on progress. At $250,000, you start looking sideways. You meet someone with $500,000. You read about someone with $1 million. You scroll past someone claiming $2 million at your age. Suddenly, your achievement feels small. So you try to speed things up. More risk, more leverage, more aggressive plays. But wealth is not built by speeding up randomly. It's built by not blowing up. What nobody tells you about this stage. Most people think $250,000 is 25% of the way to $1 million. Mathematically, yes, but in terms of time and momentum, it's closer to halfway. Because once your investments reach critical mass, growth accelerates. Your money starts generating enough returns to meaningfully move itself. You're no longer pushing the snowball, it's starting to roll. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Your main job now is not to be smart, it's to not interfere. The boring advantage. The people who pass this stage successfully are rarely exciting. They don't chase trends, they don't brag about wins, they don't try to double their money in a year. They keep doing the same simple things. Invest consistently, keep costs low, avoid ego decisions, ignore noise. It feels slow, but boring at $250,000 turns into powerful at $500,000 and unstoppable at $1 million. The hidden superpower of $250,000. There is one real upgrade at this level. Not lifestyle, not status, options. You can switch jobs without panic. You can take calculated career risks. You can negotiate harder. You can walk away from bad situations. That freedom is quiet, but it's powerful, and it's far more valuable than a luxury car. The real rule. The $250,000 rule is simple. When your money gains momentum, your ego will try to take control. If you protect your discipline at this stage, wealth compounds. If you chase excitement, wealth stalls. The biggest threat to your portfolio at $250,000 is not the market. It's the version of you who thinks you've mastered it. Stay steady, stay patient. Let compounding do the heavy lifting. Because the hardest part isn't reaching $250,000. The hardest part is not destroying it.